everybody, welcome back to another video on the MLS Road to Glory. If you watched my last rewards video, you would have known that we did not hit the streak. I can show you guys real quickly. Actually, it's kind of unfortunate because if we would have hit this, we would have been able to kind of move forward with our streak. Now, sorry, I don't know why I was clicking into rare. I thought it was the other way. So we had the 350 chance. We missed it, which is unfortunate. This week, we're only going to be running one lineup. Sold a couple guys. If we go on our Sorare update, I haven't updated this in a while, but so Kubas had sold last week, and then we did sell Navarro for about $16. A couple more players we bought. I do have to put in Bucha. I haven't yet. We're down a little bit on him, but our total profit was probably looking at around 26 bucks. I think we're $6 down on Bucha when we bought him. The reason I'm going to run one lineup is because I do think that we're spreading ourselves a little too thin, and I want to kind of build a foundation with some better cards. With that being said, we're going to try and win some cash this week and build up kind of a balance where I think cards are going to be a little bit more expensive next week, so we can save, play one lineup, and then maybe play a second lineup in 2 weeks from now, because a lot of people will be playing in their Masters pool. And I think at that time, playing an in-season in Division 2, maybe Division 1, it all depends, might get us a good reward. With that kind of in mind, one of the lineups will have Messi in it. So it won't be a streak lineup, but we could potentially win in-season cash. So right now we don't have a good fixture to do that. So we have Philly, we have one Philly, two Philly. Our midfielder Bucha's not supposed to play, so it's 60% he might be a sub. We'd probably play Lazar or Kubas, and then our forward again would be Messi. So Yakaoka, I'm never gonna get this name right. Yakaoka is going in. We're gonna play McNair against St. Louis, so we're not gonna get a clean sheet bonus. I don't think Ranko is set to start. Berhalter, Lozano, and then Christian Roland. So this is what our lineup's going to look like. I'm thinking about captaining Berhalter just because he has been playing so incredibly well. But at the same time, St. Louis isn't very good. And Lozano coming off of an unbelievable performance, I do think maybe. So I don't know. The captaincy might change. Right now, I'm leaning more towards Berhalter playing LAFC, who I really don't think they're fifth, but I don't really think they've been playing too well. So that's what lineup one's going to be. Now, I could test this, but I do think if I was to just quickly go into Classic, it's tough, right? So we could go Dos Santos, we would go Wagner, Dyer, Messi, and I think McGlynn is potentially going to be playing in under 23, so I would probably go for... that's even tough. Yeah, maybe we do run this, and then we run these guys in All-Star. You know what? We're going to test it. We will test it. Blake, Glenson, what did I say? Lazar, Kubas, Lazar. This could be a good matchup. Colorado versus San Jose. On Sorare data, what does it have all of our midfielders at? 2025. So these two are there. It's gone at an A. Not scoring history, but projected lineup. That's not great. What about Kubas? Matchup. Yeah, if he plays, that's not bad. He has been doing pretty well. How did they line up the last couple games? Berhalter came on as a sub. Kubas is kind of playing in his position. Kubas, Berhalter, they do play side by side. And he has been. He didn't play here. Played against Miami twice. Kind of in that central center midfield spot. Is that where he's looking to play? Yeah, right midfield. I don't know. Berhalter could, yeah, like they both play there. It's more so, do we think he's gonna start? It says he is. So we'll back him. We'll back the Vancouver boys. We always do. Messi up top. And our last in season, I think. Oh, we actually might need to play. Do we play Ranko? He's not set to start, but we could. I don't love that. I don't love that. I really like Bucha. I don't understand why this guy is only 60. We could put him in and try, but if we get a DMP, we're screwed. So, and he's like, I don't see why he wouldn't play. Maybe as a small knock, who knows? Could always go with Lazar. We could. He's been decent. I just realized I don't have any music on, but unfortunately, that's how it's going to be, I think, this video. It's not going to be a super long one. Oh, man. You know, let me know in the comments what you guys think I should have done. I'm more leaning towards playing Ranko. I know he didn't play at all, but that's also because he played midweek against Miami and they rested him. But he didn't really play very good either. BTV or UTVI. Is this guy set to play? No. He's not. Do they have Ranko in there? They do. Okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Okay, let's do that. That's cool. We'll run Messi. Obviously, Minnesota's pretty solid. So hopefully Messi puts on a clinic, but we will run two, obviously ones for our in-season. The next thing I wanted to talk about is when we go over to my gallery, go to collections, right? So we'll get in here, not in rare, and we will look at Vancouver, San Diego, Philly, and now Cincy. So Vancouver, obviously, we need one more player, or probably two. One's going to be Belal because I just need something cheap. I'm thinking about potentially buying either a defender or one of their forwards. Reason being is then I would move Lozano over to our second lineup and play a Philly San Diego stack / Cincy stack. I want to play two stacks with one West Coast on one and one West Coast on the other. Not sure how well that's going to go, but there's only one game between those teams, and then if they play out a conference, it's kind of a toss-up. So Pedro Viti has played really, really well for 15. That's pretty expensive. I would need. That's why I kind of want to get some market credit and some cash if we can to get him down a little bit. I think he will be very, very do well. And if he kind of hits a little bit of a slump in the next couple games, still hopefully holds a spot. But I think he would be a really good forward for us. And then with San Diego, I'm either thinking we go with Dryer's a little bit too out of the price range. I don't think that's very realistic. I more so would probably look at getting either Godoy, Onani, or Oni, however you want to say it. Unfortunately, his stats are pretty lackluster. Yeah, that was a pretty tough month of games. Started off real hot, but if they do well, like when they win these games big, right? That's a loss. I can understand that's a loss. I can understand that. This is a weird game. Obviously, loses a decent amount of points for goals conceded. And then Seattle, they won he just didn't play very well. So, yeah, all in all, it would be him or it would be CJ Dos Santos. So, again, another card where I would need some market value or market credit to pick up. Philly, again, we've talked about it. It's very, very well known that, Quinn Sullivan and Jean Jacques are like, this card is super undervalued, like severely undervalued. I understand his L15 is 49, but in the last 3 games, he's, really turned it on. I believe he is now a starter for them. Yeah. So he might be pretty good. Obviously, we could have bought him for about $2 or $3 a week ago. And then their forwards, Ure and maybe it's just him. We have Baribo, but as a classic, maybe it is just him. It's Philly's attacker who's done very well. So it's gonna be one of these 2 guys. Might be nice to get both and then run a full Philly stack. Obviously, a guy like Wagner is not in the cards. And then since he's a brand new team for us, we picked up Bacha. His pick score looked good. He was at a pretty decent value, I think, when I bought him. Or I think maybe we overpaid because we went straight auction and we had no market credit. So that is unfortunate. He came down a lot because he hasn't played. But he is a very, very good card. It's just a matter of him getting back to that value or we're going to be down bad, pretty quickly. And then I think a lot of these cards are undervalued. A couple defenders, maybe you pick up Flores, you pick up, not Hainsley. Where is he? Am I blind? Yes, no. Defender. Not Rob. Oh. Really? Engel's a defender? Okay. I definitely thought that he was a midfielder. Anyways, you pick up Flores or Engel. I'd probably pick up Flores for, 230. Pretty low L15. And he's under 23. He's been a sub. I think he can get more game time. Yedlin is not bad. It's a really bad score. Like, he probably doesn't play a ton. Evander is a tough pick because he hasn't been playing well. I think he maybe just got back from a small knock. So his scores are always good. And then Orlando is a solid pickup at $20. So since he's a team I haven't really looked at. Philly, I think, is pretty good because they're middle of the table, or they're high end of the table, my bad. But they are in the East, right? So we're not going to have to worry about them playing Vancouver. So you have an East team, you have a West team, and you're sorted. It's kind of the way I look at things. We've already got so many Vancouver boys that have done well. I think we pick up a forward. We're pretty solid. We can slot in, a midfielder anywhere else who doesn't really lose a ton if they play Vancouver, like Roland, and then vice versa with someone on Philly. We pick up a midfielder from a different collection and play them as our alternate. So that's what it's looking like. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We might have some rewards from the midweek. This is actually a pretty decent score if Universitario have a good night. I don't know if Valera's set to start. Pollo and Riveros are. Riveros is the captain. If we get a clean sheet, we'll probably be close to about 100, 150. Probably 120 to 150, I would say. And then Pollo or Valera, we need a decisive, and we will be in. We'll probably be in for like right here. Probably hit around 200. I wouldn't mind a tier 5, but it is what it is. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's not super, super long, but a lot of talking points that I probably could have cut short. Anyways, remember to like, comment, subscribe. It helps me get these videos to you guys. And hopefully we will have another short video midweek talking about the J League and K League special, because we did spend a little bit of money to balance out our lineup for that competition. So hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Presti out. Peace.